Most people believe dogs stay the same throughout their lives. Same energy, same expectations, same way of interacting with the world. But if you've lived with a golden retriever long enough, you know that isn't true. Because while you're slowly changing, your golden retriever is paying attention, and they're adjusting quietly right alongside you, often before you even realize you changed at all. At first, it's easy to miss. You might think your dog is just getting calmer, or maybe just getting older, but then you start to notice something deeper. Your golden doesn't rush you the way they used to. They don't pull ahead on walks anymore. They seem more content just staying close. Not because they're tired, but because you are different now. I've lived with golden retrievers through many seasons of life. Busy years filled with noise and movement, and quieter years that came later. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Golden retrievers don't ask you to stay the same. They adjust to who you're becoming. As we age, our pace naturally slows. We sit longer. We walk more carefully. We don't feel the need to fill every moment with activity. And your golden notices all of it. They notice when your mornings become quieter, when your afternoons stretch out more slowly, when you take your time. And instead of resisting that change, they adapt. I remember the moment I realized this wasn't coincidence. I was sitting outside one afternoon, doing nothing in particular. No phone, no conversation, just sitting. And my golden came over and lay down beside me. No toy, no request, just company. That's when it struck me. He wasn't waiting for something to happen. He was adjusting to the moment I was in. Golden retrievers are remarkably observant. They don't just watch what you do. They watch how you move through life. They notice when your energy shifts, when your priorities change, when your days become quieter and more reflective. And they don't ask questions. They simply respond. As people grow older, life becomes less about doing and more about being. Golden retrievers seem to understand that instinctively. They slow their steps. They soften their presence. They choose closeness over excitement. This isn't something you train. It's something that develops through shared time, through years of living side by side. And once you notice it, you realize your golden retriever hasn't been asking you to keep up. They've been choosing to walk with you. As the years pass, change rarely arrives all at once. It comes quietly, in smaller steps, in longer pauses, in moments when you sit down and don't feel the need to get back up right away. And through all of it, your golden retriever is watching, not closely in an obvious way, but attentively, the way someone does when they care. Golden retrievers don't pay attention to age the way people do. They don't count years. They don't measure time. They notice patterns. They notice when your mornings become slower, when your walks become shorter, when your energy fades earlier in the day. And instead of resisting those changes, they adapt to them. When you were younger, your golden matched your pace without question. They were ready the moment you stood up. They moved fast. They expected motion. But over time, something begins to shift. You pause more often. You walk with more intention. You no longer rush just to stay busy. And your golden notices before you ever point it out. I didn't realize how deeply this adjustment ran until I looked back. Years ago, my golden would pull ahead on the leash, eager to explore every corner. Then, slowly, without any training, he began to stay closer. He'd glance back more often, slow down when I slowed, wait when I stopped. It wasn't obedience, it was awareness. Golden retrievers are incredibly sensitive to routine changes. They notice when you sit instead of stand, when you choose rest instead of movement, when you linger in one place a little longer than you used to. They don't interpret these things as problems. They interpret them as signals. As people age, life becomes more selective. You stop filling time just for the sake of filling it. You become comfortable with quiet. You don't chase stimulation the way you once did. Golden retrievers recognize that shift. They don't try to pull you back into activity. They adjust their expectations. I've seen my golden choose closeness over play. Instead of bringing a toy, he'd lie beside me. Instead of pacing, he'd rest his head near my foot. Not because he was bored, but because he understood what kind of day it was. There's a quiet respect in that kind of adjustment. Golden retrievers don't demand the version of you they met years ago. They don't insist you stay energetic or busy. They accept who you are now. As aging continues, physical changes are only part of the picture. Emotional changes happen too. You reflect more. You think more deeply. You carry memories differently. These shifts don't always show on the surface, but your golden senses them. They respond by softening. Their movements become gentler, their presence more consistent, their attention quieter, but more focused. They stay close without crowding. I've noticed that as I slowed down, my golden became more patient. He waited longer, moved less abruptly, seemed content with fewer demands. It felt as though we were learning a new rhythm together. Golden retrievers are not rigid creatures. They're flexible. They don't cling to how things used to be. They adapt to how things are. That flexibility becomes especially meaningful later in life. When your body changes, when your pace changes, when your days take on a quieter shape. Golden retrievers move with those changes effortlessly. They don't interpret slowing down as loss. They treat it as a transition, a cue to soften, a cue to steady, a cue to stay. I've watched my golden settle into quieter companionship without hesitation. He seemed content, just sharing space. No need for constant activity, no need for attention, just presence. There's something deeply reassuring about living with a companion who adjusts so naturally. Someone who doesn't push you to keep up, who doesn't become frustrated by change, who simply stays in step. As we age, companionship shifts. It becomes less about doing things together and more about being together. Golden retrievers excel at that. They don't need excitement to feel connected. They don't need novelty to feel fulfilled. They begin to value routine, calm, and closeness. Just as you do, they nap when you nap. They rest when you rest. They settle into the same quiet corners of the day. Golden retrievers don't mourn the past. They live in the present, and they invite you to do the same. I've come to believe that this is why golden retrievers feel especially suited to aging, not because they're gentle, though they are, but because they're adaptable. They don't ask you to remain young. They don't pull you toward who you used to be. They stay with who you are. They've been watching your life change in small ways for years. Every shift in routine, every adjustment in pace, every pause, and quietly, patiently, they've been adjusting too. That kind of companionship doesn't draw attention to itself. It doesn't announce itself. But once you notice it, it becomes impossible to ignore. And you realize something important. Your golden retriever isn't just aging alongside you. They're reshaping themselves to fit the life you're living now. Over time, you begin to realize something quietly meaningful. Your golden retriever doesn't ask you to stay the same. They don't expect the pace you once kept. They don't hold you to the version of yourself from years ago. They adjust patiently and without hesitation to who you are now. As life slows, they slow with you. As your days become quieter, they settle more easily into the calm. They don't fill the silence. They don't rush the moment. They simply stay. There's a deep comfort in sharing your later years with a companion who understands change without needing it explained. A golden retriever doesn't see aging as loss. They see it as a shift, a new rhythm to learn, a new pace to match. And maybe that's why these dogs feel less like pets as time goes on. They become witnesses to your life. They notice the small changes. They respond without judgment. They grow with you, not ahead of you, not behind you. If you've noticed your golden adjusting as your life changed, matching your pace, choosing closeness, settling into quieter days, that's not coincidence. That's connection. This space exists to reflect on moments like that. The quiet understanding, the companionship that deepens with time. If this story felt familiar to you, you're welcome to let us know by giving the video a like. And if you'd like to continue spending time here, sharing reflections on life with golden retrievers, you're very welcome to subscribe to the channel. There's no rush, no expectations, just a place to return to whenever it feels right. Because some companions don't ask us to stay young. They simply choose to age with us.